Hey guys, it's Cardthrone. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the concept of feeding the eBay algorithm. And while I do that, I'll just be flipping through some magic cards that I have sifted for 20 cents and above to list on eBay. So what does feeding the algorithm mean? Basically, eBay is designed to do one thing, and it's promoting sellers who will make money for them. So this is basically sellers who provide a reliable experience. It wants activity, and well, I should premise this by saying we don't know exactly how the eBay algorithm works, but we can make an educated guess. But in my opinion, it wants activity, and it wants consistency, and it wants sales numbers. So basically, think of eBay like your business partner. So when they really want you to succeed, because when you succeed, that means they get to take a percentage of your sales and they also succeed. A lot of people have this mindset that eBay is like holding them back or like shadow banning them or something, but that's just not true at all. Because why would they not want you to get sales? If you think about it, that just doesn't make any sense at all. Unless you're just really doing things poorly, then if you're doing things poorly, they don't want to show your listings because that's going to push buyers off of the platform. So I would say there are four key pillars towards feeding the eBay algorithm, and that would be listing, number one, shipping, number two, engagement, number three, and sourcing, number four. So you want to constantly be providing new inventory to the algorithm. This does two things. One, having a wider inventory makes it more likely that you'll get sales. I mean, obviously. And also your store will be showing up in search more often. And also, whenever people are sorting by like newly listed items, you will also be getting more traffic that way. You don't really have to list every single day, but you don't want to just list like once and then take 2 weeks off and list again. That's not really being consistent. Personally, I try to list at least 100 cards per day. And lately I've been wanting to do a lot more than that. Like at least 300 to 500 I would say is a good number. Because if I can list 100 cards at least $1 profit per card, that's $100 a day. Multiply that out and you have at least a decent baseline income off of just selling bulk or whatever. I think consistent listing is probably the number one thing that holds most sellers back because it does require a decent amount of effort, but if you use a tool like TCG Automate, it makes the process a lot easier. But yeah, people will do it in big bursts and then just take multiple weeks off, and then they're wondering why they're not getting sales. You need to signal to the algorithm that you are a consistent seller and willing to constantly provide the platform with new inventory. And then the next thing I would say is be consistent and fast with your shipping. I recommend shipping out all orders within 1 business day, which is what's required for the top rated seller badge anyway. eBay wants to provide buyers with a good buyer experience. So if you're someone who's taking like 3 or more days to ship out an order, that's really not providing what the buyers expect, especially in an era of Amazon like same or next day shipping. Obviously, we're not going to be able to deliver things to buyers that fast because we're relying on services like USPS or UPS that can take up to like 3 to 5 days, but you can at least cut down on the handling part of it on your side by getting things out the door sooner. And then the next thing is consistent engagement. This is basically just like not ignoring buyers' messages or offers. I think the algorithm does take into account whether you're actually replying to buyers. There are times where I just completely ignore messages because some things just aren't worth replying to. But you want to make sure you're at least interacting. Another factor is consistently sourcing. So you can't do the number one step, which is consistently listing, if you're not constantly buying new inventory. And even if I have a backlog of like 500,000 to a million cards, I'm still constantly buying, because you want to constantly have new high demand inventory to list, as opposed to just listing bulk every single day. Because those high demand cards will get a lot more traffic and just overall higher sales numbers. That's another thing I want to talk about. Like, just having high sales numbers, put your eBay store in like a positive feedback loop. Like, the algorithm sees you're hitting high sales and then it pushes out your listings more. And when you're selling more, you'll have more traffic on your less in demand inventory. So that's when you'll start to be able to sell a lot of the lower end bulk cards for higher margins that a lot of people wouldn't be able to sell normally because they don't move very frequently. Oops. Also, feeding the algorithm is not about undercutting and always being the cheapest seller on eBay. I center my business around a competitive premium model. So I'm trying to just have a wide inventory available at all times and not just trying to instantly fire sell things as fast as possible. I don't think that's a good approach, like trying to sell a high volume at very low margins. For the trading card business, at least, I aim to profit at least 25% to 100% on every card I list. Sometimes a lot more if it's like a bulk card I bought for 2 cents and listed it for $2.50. I think you want to compete more on quality rather than just price, at least for collectibles. I know a lot of other markets are a lot more price sensitive, but in the collectibles market, if you have high quality images, high quality listings, a good buying experience, you can often sell things at a lot higher prices than a lot of other sellers would. Like, I recently sold a Vaporeon SIR from Prismatic Evolutions for like 2x market. So the market was like 190 and I sold mine for $390. Obviously those sales don't always happen, but they do happen if you are a big seller on eBay, more often than you would think. Yeah, I've been selling around $1,000 per day on eBay recently. So obviously this strategy has worked for me. And you kind of just, like I said, you want to create a snowball effect where you're just consistently building and never letting it slow down. If you take a couple weeks off, your sales are going to slow quite considerably. Yeah, think of eBay like they're on your side, and don't get into the mindset that it's trying to hold you back or something. Because eBay really wants you. Oh, I should have pulled that one out because it's not English. eBay really does want you to succeed, like I said. But you need to prove that you're worth having the algorithm send you more traffic. If you're not providing on time deliveries, or if you're having a lot of defects, then you're not really proving that eBay should be sending you more of the traffic. And I also hear a lot of people say like eBay caps your traffic. I haven't really seen that. Like, the more I sell, the more I list. I've constantly seen the overall traffic number go up every single month. And then if I have a bad month where I'm slacking and not listing a lot of high quality inventory, that number will dip. So yeah, just to recap everything. Number one, list new cards daily. Number two, ship orders as fast as possible and provide a good buyer experience. Number three, engage consistently and professionally, not just with buyers, but also with the platform overall. Also provide discounts or do marketing stuff, coupons, etc. with stale inventory. Then number 4, never stop sourcing and adding fuel to the fire. Yeah, that's about it for this video. Let me know what you guys think and how you've been doing on eBay recently. This has been the best year ever for me, and I've been selling on eBay for, what is it, like 10 years now? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash the like button, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.